Ukraine's parliament today approving a new budget that channels more funds to the war effort. That 2025 budget includes some $54 billion in defense and security spending. It accounts for just over a quarter, 26% of the Ukrainian economy. Ukraine's economy, of course, facing major long-term challenges at this point. And keep in mind, part of that involves people. 3.7 million, as you see, displaced inside the country as of August. Some 6.7 million refugees seeking safety beyond Ukraine's borders. And that upheaval, of course, could impact rebuilding efforts. Oleg Ustenko is the former economic advisor to Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky and joins me from Kyiv at this hour. It's good to have you here. As we look at the situation on the ground and we look at that budget, nearly $54 million for defense and security, is there enough money there in Ukraine to continue this fight?
Definitely, we are spending a lot now for security and defense sector, as you rightly pointed out already. So we are talking about 26% of our GDP. It's a huge, huge number. Before the war, we were spending not more than 2.5% of our GDP. And now you can compare with what people in NATO countries are spending. They're spending between 2 to 3% of their GDP. Here we are spending 8 times more compared with others. And it's understandable because we are in a state of war. Definitely, after the first year, our economy dropped significantly. We basically fell down by almost one-third, by 30%, and the level of unemployment increase and all the rest. I mean, the other problems, economic problems, also appeared. Yes, it's very rightly to ask now whether we have enough funds in our hands in order to continue to fight. And I would tell you that definitely not. Definitely not, even if you compare with the Russian Federation. In Russia, the military budget at least on a level of 3 times more than we have here in Ukraine. For the next year, they already reserved $150 billion for their military expenses, compared with 50 billion, which we have in our hands. So basically, when we are spending everything for military and defense expenditures, definitely we don't have cash to fund all the rest of our expenditures, including social expenditures in the country. So basically, what was decided already, and it's already in the budget for the next 2025 year, is that we are going to freeze all our social expenditures, despite the fact that the inflation rate is pretty high. This year, the inflation is on the level of 8%, but next year we are expecting that it's going to accelerate and will be up to 10%. So basically, despite this fact, we are not able, because of the lack of funds, even not thinking in terms of extra support to our people. And that's why, everything what we have in non-defense and non-military expenditures are fully funded by our allies, by EU, by IMF, by United States, and it's really a huge challenge for us.
I mean, you paint, quite frankly, it's quite a bleak picture that you're painting there. You talk about outside funding, the IMF and Ukraine coming to an agreement today for $1.1 billion in aid. Of course, at the end of last month, there was the announcement of that $50 billion in loans, $20 billion of that coming from the U.S., the additional 30 from Europe and Western allies. Are you concerned, though, about that funding drying up?
I do concern about this funding as well. So basically, let me explain you why I see some certain risks following even, these decisions which were already taken. First of all, it's extremely important to make sure that the funds will be available for Ukraine at a certain time. It's not like, you can get an agreement, you can have this agreement, and then you are waiting for these funds for a longer period of time compared with what you were expecting. It's really necessary to make sure that the funds are available for the country at a certain date. Otherwise, you are not able to manage your public finance. So from this point of view, I see certain risk. Also, I see certain risk in terms of the level of this financing, because as far as we know, IMF is going to provide next year roughly around $2 billion US. We have an agreement with EU that is going to be 12.5 billion euro from them, but the deficit is on the level of 40 billion. And here we have an open questions in terms of financing, which will be available for Ukraine from the side of the United States of America. And that's why, from this point of view, I think that it's critically important eventually to make decisions in terms of not frozen Russian assets and using only profit out of these assets, but to use these assets per se in order to finance Ukraine under this, terrible scenario of war which we experiencing now.
Oleg Ustenko, really appreciate you joining us. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.